Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video on drawing a dragon. I'm going to do this video on drawing a dragon in profile, and then I will do another video. I want to keep them short, so I'll do another video on drawing a dragon face on, and then I'll go into dragon bodies, face on, and side profile. So it's probably going to be 4 or 5 videos to get through this whole series, but like, I want it to be good. I don't want, I want it to be like logical and stuff like that. So first thing I do is I think of the shape of the dragon head that I want. So I want this guy to be a bit boxy and then have like horns coming out the back. So find the ball, put the ball in a box, draw out a second box, cut about a third off of that box, and then we have a shorter snout. With dragons, you can make as long or short a snout that you want. Just draw your main box, figure out how far you want your snout to go, put on your second box, and then just cut it down on one of the marks. For dragon on profile, I am going to be using thirds. When I get onto dragon face on, I'll be putting it back on quarters. I know that's confusing. I do apologize for that. It just makes it a little bit easier to do these. Bigger creatures on bigger blocks. Anyways, so and I'm just drawing in basic other stuff that you guys don't really need to know about right now. Okay, so I want it to have kind of like spines coming out type thing for horns. So from the basic shape that I've got here, and one of the fun things about dragons is because they're fantasy creatures, you can kind of go with any shape you want to make them. This is kind of like very basic. It's not getting really creative with the skull shape or the muzzle shape. It's not that difficult, essentially. So the eye, I'm going to put at this half mark here, which is actually going to be, so here's the snout, and you want to figure out where the half line is, which is going to be about there. That's about where I'm going to stick the eye. The eye is always halfway between like the front and back of the skull. So on dog-like creatures, cats, everything like that, when you look at profile, their muzzle's going to come out a certain amount, and then the back of the skull, and then the eye is going to sit somewhere in the middle. It works on some, it doesn't work on others. For dragons, like to keep my brain from overloading, I'm just going to put it halfway between the snout and the back of the skull, and then from there I will make it kind of come out the side. Look at lizards. If you can see a dinosaur skull, look at a dinosaur skull, but like the eyes kind of sit to the side of the head very wide. I draw my eyes way too big. You can draw small eyes, you can draw large eyes. Remember, the larger they go, the cuter they become. So I would try to keep the eyes a little bit smaller. Look at reptile eyes, really like alligators and stuff, and see how small they are compared to like the rest of the head. So when you're thinking of detailing small details around the eyes, then they get bigger for the bigger plate. So what the eye is going to sit in line with is this, like the nose and the nostril. So that is another place point that you guys can use for your, once you find the eye, you just go out, and then at the tip here, that's where you can place your nostril. And then the mouth goes about as far back as the pupil. And then you can stick teeth and stuff off of it. So I have the jaw, the bottom jaw being about 1/3, and then it kind of tapers up, and then the top is like 2/3. So it gives kind of, it looks like a dinosaur, but you know, dragon-y dinosaur. Anyways, So that gives you a basic of like how to build a dragon on profile, and then you can just like build in the neck. Depending on the size of the skull will depend on the size of the neck. If you have like a teeny tiny head and a great big thick neck, while it does look neat, it'll be interesting for like shapes. Sometimes it doesn't look right. This actually looks pretty neat. Damn it. I just like broke my own logic. But a big thick head, blockhead, on a spindly little neck looks a little bit cartoony. So remember, if it's a thick skull, it needs a lot of muscles and power to keep it up. So it's going to have a thick neck. I'm putting in plating and stuff, and it's weird little spine horns that are very rounded. And then I have like a pouch at the back that would hold. When I think of dragons, I try to think of like logically how would they spit fire. So like a pouch of a type of chemical, and then on the other side they have a different pouch, and then when it'd be like spit that ignites. I remember seeing that on Reign of Fire, when on the making of the DVD. They were talking about like how they were logically thinking of how dragons could actually like breathe fire. Anyways, so here's this dragon. Yay! If you guys basically play around with different shapes and then different horn designs and like see what you can create, like try and mix and match different animals, try and like create something completely from fantasy, just keeping in mind like certain anatomy points, like the eye sits in line with the snout, and then the top part of the skull will be 2/3 to the 1/3 of the bottom, and the bottom tapers up. I know I didn't use the box for that one, but like try doing random shapes and then building a dragon out of that on profile. It'll be a fun little exercise. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And yeah, new dragon drawing series. Hey, chat at you later. Bye.